Hey guys, El Tipo here with the latest baseball adventures of El Tipo. On my last day in Cooperstown, I'm going to take you guys to the Hall of Fame. Now, I know you all been waiting for this, but unfortunately I'm not going to show you everything, because if I was to show you everything, I'd be here episode after episode. I mean, this entire year and the following year. There's so much to see here. So I'm going to show you a few special things that you guys can check out that are really neat about this place. Alright, the first stop on the tour, guys, is this beautiful plaque. Established here in 1939. Now, the hall officially began in 1937, but this building wasn't erected until 1939. And in June 12th of 1939, right here in these exact steps I'm standing on, was the first induction ceremony. As you can tell by looking at the plaque, you can see all the great people that attended: Grover Alexander, Ty Cobb, Eddie Collin, Walter Johnson, Knapp LeJoyne, Connie Mack, Babe Ruth, George Singler, Tris Speaker, Honus Wagner, and Cy Young. I do gotta admit, man, a lot of these trips I've taken, I've had a lot of Cy Young moments, but you guys can, right outside the Hall of Fame, you don't have to pay anything just to come see this plaque, take a picture with it, because you'll be standing where all the original Hall of Fame inductees would be standing. Well, that's it for this spot. Let's go check out something outside the Hall of Fame as well. Alright, in keeping with tradition of this week's episodes, with, being at Cy Young statue, we're sitting technically right next to Roy Campanella, a statue right outside of the Hall of Fame on the other side of the building. So if you're walking into the Hall of Fame, just keep going straight and then make a right, and you're going to get a Roy Campanella statue. Now, this statue was erected in 1998 and honors Game 7 of the World Series that Campanella catched. But this representing Game 7, and there's a ball in his hand, so that just must mean one thing. Yep, 60 feet 6 inches away, you got Johnny Podres, who also pitched in the World Series of that year. I mean, this statue, both of the statues were erected at the same time, 1998, and it's a great commemoration of the moments. I mean, it was dedicated by a fan who would used to wait outside of Ebbett Field every game just to get an autograph, and he has his little nods here in the Hall of Fame. But these aren't the only two statues. Let's take a look at the other ones. Now, this statue is called Women at Bat, and is dedicated to the All-American Girl League, which, if anybody who's ever seen League of Their Own know what it is, but to give you a quick history of the thing, it ran from 1943 to 1954 to give Americans a break from what was a terrible war. And since all our good soldiers were going over there and fight, we needed a break, so we created a American Female Baseball League, and this statue is here to honor them. Now, with all that said, one more, just one more. Stick with me for just one more statue. Come on, I'm a diehard Marlin fan. I had to find a way to connect the Miami Marlins to this somehow. So we got Satchel Paige behind me. One of the greatest pitchers ever to live in the Negro League, the minor leagues, the major leagues, you name it, he played it all. Played for who knows how many years, because not even though I know, no one knows how old he really is. I don't think he even knew how old he really is. Now, this statue was erected in 2006, and I think it does a very good depiction. I don't think I could. Yeah, no, wait, hold on. Yeah, nope. Oh, man, I wish I was as nimble as he is when I'm his age. Hey guys, now we're currently in the Hall of Fame. We're about to enter the plaque room. There's just one itty bitty problem. There's a Pokemon blocking my way. Oh, only one way to get him. Gotcha. Nope, missed. There we go. I think I'm gonna be good this time. There we go. There. Alright, the Pokemon guard they have has now been caught, and I'm about to enter the plaque room, so let's have a little fun with this. Now, behind me we have some of the plaques of some of the great Hall of Famers. Now, the Hall of Fame is broken up into sections from the years they were inducted. Right behind me is 1937 to 1939. And as you can see, not only do they have the plaques that's written about some of the accomplishments, they actually have these little plaques. Well, what those little plaques mean is that those were veterans, that they served in war. Like, for example, Tristan Spreaker served in World War I, and we have another one right over here. Here we go. His name is Morgan G. Buckley. And he actually served in the Civil War, so. Now, I know I said at the opening of this that in 1936 is when this was all established, but the starting point is 1937. Wonder where the 1936 ones are. Now, the first class, the 1936 class, has their very own spot. If you keep walking down all the way to the hall, they're at the end of the hall, and they will always be right there. In 1936, 5 members were inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame. Let's go take a look at them, shall we? Of course, you have Christy Mathewson, Babe Ruth, Ty Cobb, Honus Wagner, and Walter Perry Johnson. Now, where some of the plaques have been moved because of the massiveness, these guys will always be here. I mean, they were the very first class. They have their own little special spot. You can't argue with that. Now, at the Hall of Fame, you see a bunch of people taking pictures with some of their favorite players and some of their favorite plaques. Well, of course, I have my favorites. Bam! The Hawk, Andre Dawson. Now, you might be asking, Andy, why do you like him so much? Well, right there. He's the very first Marlin, well, very first person that played for the Marlin that was inducted into the Hall of Fame. Even though he went in as a Montreal Expo, it's still on the plaque. Played his final 2 years there. I mean, to me it still counts, but now they've added a new one too that I'm quite partial to, so let's go find that one. Alright guys, the new addition to the Hall of Fame and possibly my second favorite plaque here. Bam! Mike Piazza, look at that. Florida. Might have just been 5 games, but it still counts. It's on the plaque, alright? And guys, that's going to be the end of today's episode. Trust me, there's so much more to do in the Hall of Fame. I'm a member. I'm going to keep coming back. I'm going to do other stuff for you guys, but it's just for today, so this episode's not too long. We're just going to focus on the plaques and the statues. And I do got to admit, you guys do have to come here and just check it out. Just walking around and seeing the over 300 Major League Baseball plaques. I mean, there's a secret one hidden somewhere in here, so you guys might have to check that out. That might be a little later episode of Baseball Adventures in El Tipo, but I highly recommend it. Come see the plaques, come learn the histories about this great sport. It's so much fun. Until next time, I'm El Tipo. I'll catch you guys later.